Hello. Kellyanne Matuskiewicz here from kellyannecorey.com or makebigmagic.com, coming to you live on a Saturday evening to share a download that came through on my walk this afternoon. And while I can totally appreciate that everybody is inundated with information right now, I sat with this and it was something that wants to come through, wants to be shared, so that as we're going through these times of transition and change and uncertainty, that you have tools to be able to use for yourself that, hey Brooke, tools that you can use for yourself that you can be fierce in moving through with what is being presented. Hi Anne. And so it came through really simply. It's going to be 3 categories and a bonus, unfuck your mind. The 3 categories, I want you to break it down. It's DCT. Just remember that, DCT. Hey, Tara. Okay, because when you are feeling stressed, when you are feeling overwhelmed, when you are feeling in fear, when anxiety starts coming up, when you are having these surges of energy move through you, you're going to take these 3 categories. You're going to take what's happening and you're going to see, is it going to go in this category, the D, the C, or the T? Or is it going to go in this bonus unfuck your mind category, which I will tell you later because it's actually really funny. Yeah, thank you, Brooke. Hello. Hey, Jeffrey, what's up? Yay, I'm so glad to see everybody here. Hello, beautiful. Hi, Amy. Hi, Michelle. All right, I want to say hi. So I'm going to dive in super quick. And so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys the content super quick. I'm going to give you information. My brain works really fast. I'm going to lay it out there. And then if anybody wants me to jump on a live after and just have a chat and answer any questions that you have, I am going to make myself available for that. Hey, Brett. But essentially, here we go. So in these times of change and uncertainty, and you're feeling fear, and you're feeling anxious, and you're feeling stressed out, right? You're likely feeling it not only in your mindset, in your body, and changes are shifting in your life. But because it can feel so big and so overwhelming and coming from so many different directions, if you narrow it down to these 3 categories that I'm going to share with you, you're going to be able to really take control over your own mind and be empowered by the information and understanding of what's really going on under the surface so that you can make empowered choices about what's being stirred up for you right now. Okay, so the first thing is D, death, right? Whether it's your death, whether it's other people's death, whether it's people that you know, whether it's people that you don't know, right? The umbrella of a lot of things that are happening underneath the surface, we're all taking a look at our own immortality, our chances, our family's chances, the people around us chances of death, our immortality. I woke up this morning with a post that I did not post. I resisted it, but I am going to say it right now, is that, we are not getting out of this alive. We're not. Death is imminent. So the medicine for this category, right? So what happens is, what you'll do is you'll be getting stressed out. Things will be happening in the collective. Things are changing and shifting. And you think to yourself, okay, am I dying? Is somebody else dying? No. Okay, then what can I do, right? The opportunity, the medicine for the underlying fear around death is, are you living? Are you living your life? Are you being the fullest expression that you are here to be? Are you, getting in your own way, or holding your heart back, or, letting fears or insecurities or self-doubt hold you back from finally doing that thing that you want to be doing, finally bringing your art, your message, your healing out into the world? finally saying the thing that you want to say, or, like putting a conscious energy and attention on what it is that you want to create for your life. I remember, my tripod is deciding to take a little nap. When I was afraid of flying, this was in my early 20s. I was not 21 yet. I think I was 18. And I was flying to Florida, and I was really scared. I was scared of flying. And I had flown a lot. Like, my parents took us on vacation and stuff often. But by the time I was 18, I was actually in so much of this space of like survival and not living my life, that my fear of flying was really about the fact that I wasn't living the life that I knew I could be living, that I wanted to be living. So in these times where there's a lot going on, you bring it down. Is this fear that's coming up? Is this anxiety that's coming up? Is this, worry that's coming up for me? Is this about fear of death? Okay. And be present with it. Is it in your body somewhere? Is it, my tripod. Is it in your body somewhere? Is it an energy that you're holding on to? Is it, you haven't really given yourself the honest, and I'm going to get to that in a second too, I'll just back it up. You haven't given yourself an honest inventory about the choices that you're making about living your life or not living your life, right? Like, what is the thing that you've been holding back on? Like, what is the thing, like, is it a vacation? Is it, finally taking the gymnastics class? Is it finally, going out to the ecstatic dance? Or is it about, singing or putting your, art more out into the world, or signing up for acting classes? Like, what is it? Okay, so this fear that's coming up, the underlying thing about it is death. And how are you living? The second thing, C. Okay, actually, so C, control, right? The underlying thing of the anxiety and the fear, and what did I title this? I was actually going to, anxiety, fear, and stress. I wanted to share my live. The anxiety, fear, and stress. The second thing is control. Like, you're afraid of losing control, right? That's what's really happening underneath all of this. It's not so much about the thing outside of you changing, right? So what's happening right now is, as a collective, we are going through a grand awakening. Okay, a lot of us have done this work already, but now a lot are going through this, either a next level or a deeper level or their first level, and a lot of the major life areas are coming up for review. You're starting to see, like, we don't have control. Like, you don't have control over a lot of things that you thought you had control over. Jobs are changing, major life things. Jobs are changing, relationships are changing, careers are changing, money is changing. Like, people being in school, that is changing. Schools are changing down. Like, life as we know it is changing. So your fear of not having control is really what's under the surface of these above things. So if you take a look and really understand that, what do I really have control over? What do I really have control over? I have control over my choices and how I respond to what's happening, right? So when you're taking a look at all of the chaos that's happening, okay, is this falling under death? Am I being triggered about death? Fear of death? No. Okay, then is it about control? Is what being triggered right now a fear of control? Am I losing control? And I had a client message me today something about planning life, and it's like, yeah, like we can only plan so far, but what's really happening, right? So we plan, we have an idea. Like, what do they say? Like, you make a plan and God laughs. And so you have a plan, but how it unfolds is not up to you. Like, how you're led, how you are guided, how the universe transpires and creates the circumstances and the synchronicities for things to unfold for you, you are not in control of that. Okay, so the medicine for this, this fear of losing control, is shifting it to looking at the opportunities. What opportunities are being made here for me? What opportunities? Like, I'm seeing a lot of opportunities open up for people to be taking their businesses online, to be teaching their yoga classes online, to be opening up groups, to be finally taking that idea that they've been holding on to and birthing it out, right? Schools are now going more online. Money is opening up for business grants and to support people. There's a lot of change that's happening. But you're here now because you were ready for it. And so to unhook from the fear of change or the fear of control is to look at the opportunities. Okay, so there we've got D, we've got C. So death, control. So when you're going a little like haywire, stressed out, anxious, fearful, is it falling under the category of death? Is it falling under this category of control? Death is starting to giving me an opportunity to look at, am I living my life? Control is giving me an opportunity to look at, what are the opportunities? Okay, the third one now, T. Ooh, this one's giving me chills. T. You know what? Truth. Truth is transformative. It's transcending. Truth. What is underlying your anxiety, your fear, and your stress is that you are afraid of looking at the truth, afraid of looking at what is really happening underneath the surface here. That you've got to tell yourself the truth about how you feel about this job. Tell yourself about how you feel about your business and how it's running. Tell yourself the truth about how you are letting fear, insecurity, self-doubt get in the way of you showing up and being the ripple effect in the world by sharing your essence, your energy, your message, your art, and your healing, right? You're afraid of telling yourself the truth of what your relationship really is, what that job really is for you, the living, conditions that you've settled for, right? This shake up is a wake up. Okay? And so the medicine for truth is change, which I know can also be very triggering for people and, have people be, also afraid. But the only constant in this life is change, right? And so while these experiences, did I share this? I don't remember what I did here. I shared, the video is gonna be over by the time I share it. So these changes that are happening, right? They're like in your face, right? Now you're taking a look at, like, what am I gonna do about my income? What am I gonna do about this job? What am I going to do about this inner stuff that I just don't want to carry around anymore? Right? It's like, are you really going to take this with you to the next level? Because it's just only going to come more and more challenging to not face this stuff, to be going where you want to be going. Because that is what this grand awakening is for everybody. That's what the metaphysics of what's happening for everybody is, to like have their own inner awakening, to like have a reality check with yourself, tell yourself the truth. And the medicine for that is the change, allowing the change. The only constant in life is change. And you know what you want. You've put the desire out. There's something within you that wants to be expressed, that wants to be experienced in love, in relationship, with your art, with your business, with your life and your body and your health, right? Simply because you have the desire within you, it means it's possible. But you're being guided to make these changes. You're being guided to take a real honest look and tell yourself the truth about what needs to be changed in order for you to have those experiences that you say that you want to be having, to change that inner mindset about who you really are, because who is that really impacting? Not only is it impacting the quality of your own life, but the ripple effect that you have on the world, right? This reminds me of one of the clients that I was working with last year, where the message came through. So it was like this truth came and it required a change. And as I was on a session and channeled this next step for her, which was to take her business from where it was and it needed to be moved. Now, when I work with clients, I'm connecting with their higher self. I'm connecting with the essence of who you are beyond your human experience. I'm tapping into all of the potentials that you've, birthed for yourself. And the communication comes through as me being the channel, and you get the next steps. Well, her next step was to take the business where she was, and it had to go to a new location. That required a lot of change. And it was not comfortable, and it was disruptive. And right now, where we are right here in this time and day, the place where her business was originally had already closed indefinitely. So she was able to still stay open in a little bit more time than had she stayed where she was. And not only that, but her, there's just so much that's flowing in now because she's in the new space. So we avoid change because, we really can't control it. We don't know how it's going to unfold. But right now there's this huge wake up call of the changes that are necessary are coming through. And it's time to get honest with yourself. It's time to, let go of control, see what the opportunities are, and just get really, blatantly honest with yourself about, death and how you are living your life. And if you are living from the space that you know is possible, and if you're not, then what is it that needs to get out of the way in order for you to be stepping up and having the fuller experience that your heart and soul is speaking to you about? Okay. Now the bonus unfuck your mind category is, drumroll please, it's ass. ASS, which doesn't even match what I'm about to tell you right now, but I love it. Okay, so D, let's just review super quick. Super quick. My mouth doesn't want to move as fast. So it's DCT, ass. Death. So you're getting anxious, you're getting stressed, you're falling into fear. Okay, wait a minute. Is this about death? Is this about control? Or is this about truth? Okay. And then the ass, or is this about added stress? And are you, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Are you being an ass by adding extra stress to yourself by elaborating on the stories, elaborating on the drama of what's happening, elaborating on the narrative of these circumstances? If you stick to the facts, you bring down to simplicity of what is really happening, okay? Because so beyond all of this, there's a lot of fear energy that's been stirring around in the ethers. And sensitives and empaths and everybody alike can easily tune in to the energies and the information and the fear frequency. Okay. So you've got to be the dominion of your own mindset. You've got to be the clear channel for your own inspiration, intuition, insight. You've got to have that strong mind to know what is yours and what is not. Right? And that includes practices such as taking what is happening, what is stirring up within you, what is causing you to feel, fearful, stressful, anxious, depressed, and dropping it into these three categories, and then really taking a look. All right, am I being an ass? Am I adding extra stress to this by elaborating on the stories? I guess that does kind of go ASS. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to, if you guys want to chat a little bit, just let me know. I can pop back on and say, hey, but hopefully this was super helpful and supportive to you. And, I could go into it, but how do I want to wrap this up? I know that I'm making this sound simple, and I know that it's not easy, right? It's simple, but it's not easy. But if you can understand how to work with your mindset and how to be the dominion and the sovereign being in the dominion over your mindset, the sovereign being in your choices, and to not allow your mind to get carried away with fear and extra narrative, then the changes that your journey is ready for will unfold with ease. It's not going to be easy for a lot of us. This is really calling us to like stand up for what we've been saying that we want for ourselves and who we really are, and taking back the power of your mind, taking back the power of your choices, taking back the power of your energy. And so, yeah, I'll leave it at that. If you have any questions, drop them below or message me. Oh, you know what? I will check the comments. Jeff says, I feel like you're talking to me. I am. I know that this message wanted to come through tonight because I was like, oh, it's Saturday night. What? And it did not want to wait. It was like, no, this information needs to come through so that, you know, who's ever here to hear it gets it. So right on. Fear, anxiety, stress, narrow it down, categorize it, easy peasy, right? Yes. Death, mine. Brooke says, yeah, mine, someone else's. Looking at immortality, death is the only guarantee. It really is the only guarantee, right? In the medicine, am I living? Am I being the fullest expression of me? Am I living all out, saying my piece, sharing my love, creating? Be present with it, yes. Control, yes. Being afraid. Thank you so much for doing this, Brooke. Anxiety and fear and stress, afraid of losing control. We don't have control over a lot, really. Yeah, we do have control over our thoughts, right? So what do you have control over? Your choices. Yeah, Anne says, have to be willing to step into the unknown. I mean, if you guys have been following my message long enough, like I've said this, it's like get comfortable with the uncomfortable, and the unknown is uncomfortable. And that's why a lot of people stay in the places that they're at, is because as uncomfortable as they are, as, shitty as that job is, as, uncomfortable it is not like fully expressing who you are, it's the known, right? The unknown is where you make up a lot of stories of what could go wrong. And a lot of that is just not true. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Oh, yes. Love and support is coming in from so many new places. There has been grand openings and connections and unveilings and depths, and it's all here and available to those who are really ready to open their eyes and their ears to see, hear, and even feel it. Hello, hello, hello. Jeff says, I'm taking it all back. I'm doing it. Right on, buddy. Right on, dude. All right. Well, I don't know. I guess that's it. So have a good night. If you have any questions beyond this, leave them below. If you watch the replay, if you know somebody that would benefit by seeing this, please do share with them. And you've got this. You really do. You got it. You've got some tools right now that you can be able to support yourself in moving through. And I thank you so much for being here and sharing your energy and sharing your comments and sharing your love. And we'll talk soon.